Chapter 3, The Wanderer. Mr. Stink ate the sausages in an unexpectedly elegant manner. First he took out a little linen napkin and tucked it under his chin. Next he took his antique silver knife and fork out of his breast pocket. Finally he produced a dirty gold-rimmed china plate, which he gave to the Duchess to lick clean before she sat down and ate her sausages neatly upon it. Chloe stared at the cutlery and plate. This seemed like another clue to his past. Had he perhaps been a gentleman thief who crept into country houses at midnight and made off with his family silver? "Do you have any more sausages?" asked Mr. Stink, his mouth still full of sausage. "No, just those 8, I'm afraid," replied Chloe. She stood at a safe distance from the tramp so that her eyes wouldn't start weeping at the smell. The Duchess looked up at Mr. Stink as he ate the sausages with a heartbreaking longing that suggested that all love and all beauty was contained in those tubs of meat. "There you are, Duchess," said Mr. Stink, slowly lowering half a sausage into the dog's mouth. The Duchess was so hungry she didn't even chew. Instead, she swallowed it in half a millisecond before returning to the expression on the sausage, longing. Had any man or beast ever eaten a sausage so quickly? Chloe was half expecting a gentleman in a blazer and slacks with a clipboard and a stopwatch to appear and declare that the little dog had set a new sausage-eating international world record. "So, young Chloe, is everything fine at home?" asked Mr. Stink, as he let the Duchess lick his fingers clean of any remnants of sausage juice. "I'm sorry," replied a baffled Chloe. "I asked if everything was fine at home, if things were tickety-boo. I'm not sure you'd be spending your Sunday talking to an old vagabond like me." "Vagabond? I don't like that word, tramp. It makes you think of someone who smells." Chloe tried to conceal her surprise. Even the Duchess looked surprised, and she didn't speak English. Only dog. "I prefer vagabond or wanderer," continued Mr. Stink. This way he put it, thought Chloe. It sounded almost poetic, especially wanderer. She would love to be a wanderer. She would wander all around the world if she could, not stay in this boring little town where nothing happened that hadn't happened the day before. "There's nothing wrong at home. Everything's fine," said Chloe. "Are you sure?" inquired Mr. Stink with that wisdom some people that cuts right through them like a knife through butter. Things were, in fact, not at all fine at home for Chloe. She was often ignored. Her mother doted on Annabel, her sister, probably because her youngest daughter was like a miniature version of her. Every inch of every wall in the house was covered with celebrations of Annabel's achievements. Photographs of her standing smugly on winners' podiums, certificates bearing her name in gold metallic writing. There was trophies and statues and medals engraved with winner, first place, or little creep. I made that little one. There she is. The more Annabel achieved, the more Chloe felt like a failure. Her parents spent most of their lives providing a chauffeur service for Annabel's out-of-school activities. Her schedule was exhausting, even to look at. So on Monday at 5 a.m. she had swimming training, 6 a.m. clarinet lesson, 7 a.m. dance lessons and tap, 8 a.m. dance lessons and ballet. At 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock she had school, and 4 o'clock she had drama lessons, and 5 o'clock she had piano lessons, 6 o'clock she had brownies, 7 o'clock she had girls brigade, and 8 o'clock she had javelin practice. And on Tuesday at 4 o'clock she had violin lesson, at 5 o'clock she had stilt walking practice, at 6 o'clock she had chess society, 7 o'clock she had learning Japanese, 8 o'clock flower arranging class, 9 till 4 o'clock she had school, 4 o'clock she had a creative writing workshop, 5 o'clock she had porcelain frog painting class. 6 o'clock, she had a harp lesson. 7 o'clock, she had watercolours painting class. And at 8 o'clock, she had dance class ballroom. On Wednesday at 3 a.m, she had choir practice. At 4 a.m, she had long jump training. 5 a.m, she had high jump training. 6 a.m, long jump training again. And at 7 o'clock, she had trombone lesson. At 8 a.m, she had scuba diving. 9 till 4 o'clock, she had school. 4 o'clock, she had chef training. 5 o'clock, she had mountain climbing. 6 o'clock, she had tennis. 7 o'clock, she had drama workshop. 8 o'clock, she had show jumping. On Thursday, at 2 a.m, she had learning Arabic. At 3 a.m, she had a dance lesson. At 4 a.m, she had an oboe lesson. At 5 a.m, she had a Tour de France cycle training. At 5 a.m, she had Bible studies. 7 a.m, she had gymnastics. 8 a.m, she had a calligraphy class. And at 9 till 4, she had school. At 4 o'clock, she had work experience. At 5 o'clock, she had opera singing lessons. At 6 o'clock, she had NASA space exploration workshop. At 7 p.m, she had cake baking. At 8 o'clock, she attended a lecture for history. On Friday, at 1 a.m, she had a triangle lesson. At 2 a.m, she had badminton. At 3 a.m, she had archery. At 4 a.m, she had fly to Switzerland for a ski jump practice. At 6 a.m, she had do quick ski jump and then board a flight, take poetry class on the flight. At 8 a.m, she had Thai kickboxing. Oh my gosh, how busy is she? 9 to 4, she had school. At 4 o'clock, she had a channel swimming training. At 5 p.m, she had motorbike workshop. 6 o'clock, candle making. 7 o'clock, outer rearing class. 8 o'clock, television viewing. And that was it for that day. And that was just at the weekends. The weekends were really busy for Annabelle. No wonder Chloe felt ignored. Well, I suppose things at home were, stammered Chloe. We wanted to talk to him about it, but she wasn't sure how. Bong, bong, bong. No, I haven't lost my mind, readers. That was meant to be the church clock striking 4. Chloe gasped and looked at her watch. 4 o'clock? Mother made her do her homework from 4 until 6 every day, even in the school holidays when she didn't have anything to do. Sorry, Mr. Stink, I have to go, she said. Secretly, Chloe was relieved. No one had ever asked her how she felt before, and she was beginning to panic. Really, child, said the old man, looking disappointed. Yes, I needed to get home. Mother will be furious if I don't get at least C in my maths next term. She sets me extra tests during the holidays. That doesn't sound much like a holiday to me, said Mr. Stink. Chloe shrugged. Mother doesn't believe in holidays. She stood up. I hope you like the sausage, she said. They were scrumptious, said Mr. Stink. Thank you, unimaginably kindness. Chloe nodded and turned to run towards home. If she took a shortcut, she'll be back before Mother. Farewell, Mr. Stink called. And that's the end of that chapter. I'll read chapter 4 tomorrow. Bye.